After selling massive amount of Apple shares, according to Bloomberg, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is selling more stocks, but this time they're selling Bank of America, and that's what we're going to talk about. But when Berkshire Hathaway sold Apple, it was captured on its, of course, 13F filing, which in this picture is showing the holding of the company as of June 30th, 2024. This is after selling the Apple stocks. They still have $84 billion. It's still the number one holding. It's still 30% of the portfolio. But today we're going to talk about Bank of America. It was $41 billion. It was number two at 15% of the total portfolio value. And as we can see in this chart, there's a bunch of selling going on for Bank of America in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio since mid-July. Okay, so multiple selling since mid-July. The company trimmed 13% of its Bank of America holding. So pretty much sold for $5.4 billion worth of stocks. So this selling of Bank of America was captured in the latest filing of the company's probably 13D or 13G. So those are a little bit different than 13F. So the D and G are required to be filed when you are a majority holder or when you are a substantial holder of a public traded company. So this chart shows you the Berkshire Hathaway's cash and cash equivalent. Of course, the cash equivalent are the short-term treasury bills investment. And as we can see in the latest quarter, or as of June 2024, the company has a cash value of $277 billion. This is after selling half of its Apple stocks, okay? And now it's probably at approximately $282 billion after selling the Bank of America stocks. And this is as of today, approximately half of Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio is the green one, cash and cash equivalent over here, almost 50%. And the other half is equity, right? The blue equity securities, pretty much the US stocks. That's the other 50% of its portfolio. And a lot of people are saying Warren Buffett's bearish view of the market is due to Buffett indicator being too high, which is Warren Buffett's indication or tool to gauge how much of a bubble we're in, right? It uses the U.S. stock market cap divide by U.S. GDP, and that's the Buffett indicator. And as we can see right now, we're at 1.83. Apparently, it's considered a pretty high region, and this is when Federal Reserve did a huge amount of QE during the pandemic, and that's when we had that peak, and we're still kind of high in the Buffett indicator. Warren Buffett's action is pretty much in line with what we're observing with the institutional investors or the smart money. This chart shows you the Goldman Sachs latest data on global equity flow of its institutional investors. And it's mostly made up of the hedge funds. There's the other stuff, right? There are pension funds, there are mutual funds, but mostly hedge funds. And as of August 20th, 2024, the month of August was on track to be the largest net sell of the global equity since March of 2022. The chart on the right-hand side shows you the net flow of the black single stock versus the blue macro products like indexes and ETFs. That's the net flow of the two different type of products since the beginning of 2024. And if we look at the institutional trading flow for North American stocks, okay, North American stocks in black, okay, North American stocks, the net flow turned to zero over here, which is June of 2024, and it's now about minus 10% of net flow since the beginning of 2024. And the chart on the right hand side shows you North America stocks as a percentage of the total global net exposure of its institutional investor portfolio. As we can see, the peak of North America stock is over here, about mid of 2022 at about 68% of its total portfolio being North American stocks. And now we're down to about right over here, 57% North American stocks. So it's very obvious that the institutional investors in general are positioning themselves to be more and more conservative in terms of North American or mostly US equity. And I think it's important to share this information with my viewers. I hope it's useful information to you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.